back. We weaved our chain, double chain. If you can't do a double chain, do a normal chain. It just needs you to pull those stitches more. I like a double chain, so I have a little bit of how you say that, a little bit of movement in it, a little bit of thicker. So we're going to start with round 3. Let me mark it, let me make it bigger. And what does round 3 say? It says the dark color needs to be at the back. Now, this is a trick. It sounds weird, but we're working in the width of the pattern. If you're going to see at the chart, you see we start here with 1. Let me get the width of the pattern back. And then you can read it and check your work. We are at row 3, and see, if you go here, you see number 3 here. 1 2 3. I could have done it on the corners, but because you don't work from the chart, you just check it, and you see that needs to be at the front and the blue needs to be at the back because the light goes over it. It's that simple. So you can always check your work. So you see already I've made the 4 stitches here, which is my double crochet plus 1. See, double crochet is 3. You can do also 3 if you're a very loose crocheter. I'm a tight crocheter, so I always do 4. So I made my first front already, and then it says corner. A normal corner is just 1 2 3. Don't worry about anything else. And then we have, after the corner, we have to turn our work, and now you see we work at the bottom. And what does it say? It says 1 front. Where do you do the 1 front? Well, you do it where you make those 2 here. So this is your first front. See, you still got the double crochet here. You did 1 2 3 4 for the turn, and 1 2 3 for the corner. So you put it in here. Oh, of course it's a double crochet, so you make, and it's in the front, so it goes at the front of your work there. And if you look at it, it looks not much like it already is, but it will become a little square. See? And if you look at your chart of the width, you go with the width, and you see the first one is in front of it. So this is working very well. Look, we're doing, this is the width, the chart, and you see here, this is that little corner we just stitched in. Why is not showing my letters? Come on, you slow tablet. I probably have 1 zillion apps open, and then it doesn't want to refresh, and there it is. See, that's the little corner here. I hope you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, that corner is this corner here, and you see the light yarn is a square there. See, behind this, and this one is behind it. So check your work. That one is behind this stitch. See? Okay, and we continue. 1 front, chain 1, 1 back, and now you start already normal interlocking, except you have this trellis, this chain you need to check, and you need to count. You got 1 here, skip 1, so this is the next one. 1 back. Don't worry about the thingy that stretches. And then it says 1 front, and the next you skip that one. See, this one is here, you go to the next one, and you go 1, skip 1 there. This is the one. Oh, this is the one. And you're going to do yarn, chain 1, of course, front. See, my brain is lagging like hell. You pull it to the front, and you chain, or you double crochet 1 here, and because we are already interlocking, chain 1, and then it says 3 back. So we need to find your stitch you just used. That's that one. Skip 1, so it's this one, and I need to do yarn over first. 1, skip 1, see, 2, and here is skip 1, 3. So we got our 3 back, and then it says 2 front. So we're going to find our yarn. See, this one is covered here, this one is covered behind this one, and this one is covered, and then it says 2 back. So we're going to fill those 2 in. See, find your yarn here that is used, is skip 1. So we're going to pull that one back, chain 1. We're going to pull the next one back, and you do a chain, double crochet, chain 1. So we did 2 back, and now it should have been 2 front. Anneke, really, your brain is not working at all today. I'm so sorry. So we do 2 fronts. Find your stitch, it's here. Already used it. Can take a double loop, that might be nicer, but I'm too lazy. My brain is lagging and I'm really not a happy puppy today. Sorry about that. Shouldn't make tutorials when I'm not a happy pup. There's no jokes, just plain boring crocheting, but I love boring crocheting. I love crocheting anyway. Okay, and then it is 5 back. So you skip that one. So you pull that one to the back here. 5 to the back. 1. I will not pull the yarn too much. I pull it too hard. 2, 1, skip 1, 2. 3, skip 1. 4. And skip 1 and 5. There it is. Where is it? No, there it is. 5, and then probably we do, yes, 2 front, 3 back. 2 front, 3 back. Even kijken. Skip that one. Let me pull it a little bit here. See, we have used that one, so we're going to do it here. 1, 2 fronts, skip that one, 2 fronts, you see, you think it will look awful, these big holes. It's okay, it's okay, it's the center of your, this is big old yarn. And then it says 2 front and then 3 back, so we need to pull it because I need to have that stitch there, here, that stitch there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and it's better maybe if you secure your work and put this here so you know exactly where you are, but I did this a lot of times. So 3 in the back, and then front, back, front, and repeat. Now we can do that. There, this is the 2 one. Here's front, skip 1, and back. Here is the one back, and then front in the corner. There, let me see that first stitch. Here it is. Otherwise you pull that thing so hard. Front in the corner, front, and now you can put that yarn backwards, this loopy here, the starts of it. And then it says front, and then it says corner, so a corner is just 1, 2, 3, and you start again, and now you work on the top side. See, you work on the width again and not the length. So you're going to find that stitch here, stitchy, stitchy, get a middle one or something, and do the front. And again it says another corner, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, turn your work, again rotate it, you rotate it. If you are right-handed, you rotate it clockwise. If you're left-handed, you rotate it counterclockwise. So you rotate it after each corner. So it says one front here, chain 1, and you see it got those corners already there, and it got 1 at the back to work in on the next row. And we're going to repeat our pattern, 1 in the front, 1 back. And now it's easier to find because you need to go the opposite of your other chain. And I use the same loop as I used with the other one to give it a little bit of a counter tension. And it says 1 front here, so go through the whole loops. I'm a little bit of a sloppy crocheter today, you see it, but you see it works nicely there. See, you got really your front, and then it says 3 in the back. And in fact you already start with your normal interlocking here. It's only the corners that are different. And the advantage is you always work at the front of your work, which is so lovely, because you immediately see when you have a pattern that follows which stitches, so 1 stitch in the other, you see immediately that it doesn't add up and that you do something wrong then. Then 2 in the front. And it's not that difficult. I thought it would be more difficult. It's only taking care of those, how you say, of those corners. Some do 4 stitches. I do 3 stitches. I do 4 on an extra double crochet. 2 in the front. I did 2 in the front, yes. And then it says 5 back. So 5 back. Let me see. That is this one. And it's nice if you do this pattern in a very graded yarn, you know, an ombre yarn that goes from one color than another. I have gorgeous yarn. I will show it next to you. I will show it to you. And it's nice because you can pull the color from the center out to the outside, and if you can control your color a little bit, you know it's lovely. I did that with the, how you call it, with the Inca pattern of my tablecloth, and it's really, each time I'm amazed about what I made myself. Can you imagine? I made a design in myself, and each time I see it I think, wow, I did that, you know. And it is a centerpiece of the dining room now. I thought I would use it as a tablecloth, but I can't, because can you imagine red wine or tomato juice on it? I will cry so loud. That, and 2 in the front. Sorry, I'm chatting at the same time as I'm crocheting. 2 fronts, 2 fronts, and then how many back? 3 back. Now, it would be handy if I do yarn over for a double crochet. Twee and 3. There it is. 3. But you see, you can also use a normal chain because it gets a little bit thicker, but that's what you want to do. And then 1 at the front, back, front, front, and back and front, and another corner, which is to chain 3. Now I can't find the front here. Come on, front, there it is. And then the corner, 1, 2, 3, and I close with 1, 2, 3, slip stitch here, a slip stitch, and I do my 1, 2, 3 or 4 already for the next chain, so I can secure it with my stitch marker. I can find all the yarn. I think I'm through it, not all. Now I am. And you see, this is round 3 in the light color. Dark is behind the work. I forgot to tell you, it says keep your dark yarn behind your work. It says dark back, dark B. So this is it. This is how it looks like. And let's try round 4.